Hello Knights, this is going to be a High Halls Gauntlet guide. If this video helps you, please like it. Leave a silly comment for the algorithm and don't subscribe to me. Alright, this was all a little intense for me. I couldn't record while playing. I didn't have a great start in the beginning fighting these guys. I think I was getting a little frustrated and just kind of flowing through the fight as much as possible, as fast as possible I should say. Now you gotta be mindful that these guys do drop a lot of silk sometimes on the ground. And you want to try your best to leave it until you need it. I know sometimes I hit it without paying attention, but I am going to be using my my special silk move as much as possible, the spear move. I like that one better than what I see a lot of other people using, the one where it just spins all around you, it kind of protects you. There's a lot of opportunities here to line guys up and get like 3 at once, and I think I'm going to do it a few times in this run. See, I get 2 of them there, but there's a couple other times where I hit 3 of them, and you get a lot of silk here, so you do have lots of opportunities to heal. You just got to be careful with the final boss at the end is really the hardest part. So here I think I line up these 2 guys for a special hit. As you can see, I got lots of silk, so you should be able to use your silk moves as much as you want, especially if you got extra boosted silk like I got, so I can still heal even after using it. These guys are by far the most annoying. I like to take them out as quickly as possible. I got to heal in. Sometimes I use my bomb ability for these guys because they're so irritating. They fly up in the air and they're hard to get. Shooting those beetles at you. You can take a lot of damage against these annoying little buggers. I think I just focused on one of them. I think you should just focus on one of them. Remember to gather that silk as well. So I'm focusing on one, and then I'm probably going to grab a heal after I take him out. I'm full silk again, so as you can see, even the bugs that he's shooting at you will give you silk. So this is actually a good, if you're like low on health, this is a good opportunity to gather some silk for this guy. Now, for this guy, you can get him on nearly every single one of his moves except for that one, right? So you can get him on that move. If he's not charged up, you should be ready to get him. And that move, you can rush him as well. So you just want to make sure you distance yourself just enough, get a couple hits in. When he's got his spear in the air and he's going to use that move, that's a good chance to stay in close and to just hop that attack and get a couple attacks in, as you can see me doing right here. I do take this guy out. Probably this is the quickest I took him out on all the runs I did. But it's a different story when there's 2 of them. So there we go. I left the silk behind. I figured maybe I'll need it later. I'm going to just try my best to leave it there. So it's just sitting in the ground in the middle of the arena. I'm going to probably line these guys up here. Oh, no, I didn't. That must have been a different run. And I accidentally hit the silk. Jeez. You know, not as good of a run as I thought it was. So these guys are... Yeah, I get all 3 of them there with my spear attack, which takes out those annoying guys that throw the bells. But you can actually hit the bells back, so sometimes they are useful. Alright, try to get these guys right away. I think I hit them with the silk attack right there. And then I might hit him again, I think. Oh, no, looks like not. Yeah, these guys here, you can hit those bells back. But they're still kind of unpredictable. Alright, so we're almost at the final stages where we get to the real hard part. This is when I start getting nervous and messing up, taking some damage. So I'm going to get a heal here so I can get my silk back up. I want my silk to be ready for when the bad guys come, the big bads, and here they come. Alright, so what I tried to do, I didn't do this in the beginning, but I really tried to hammer one guy in the beginning. The other one just kind of stood there and was using his basic attack, so I was just hammering this guy as I could. I saw lots of opportunities to get lots of damage, and then afterwards, I kind of tried to separate them right there when he did that move. So now, they're both on the same side. They're a little easier to deal with. The only issue is when they do that. That's what you got to watch out for, is when they're doing their big attack like that. Usually you would be able to run under them, but since there's 2 of them, it can kind of make it harder to do. But again, I keep them both isolated on one side. They are luckily enough to keep using moves that are easy to dodge. Now he's got that move in there, so I got to back off a bit. Alright, so I'm going to get back in there. Again, he hits me with that. I'm just going to back off again. And I unfortunately get hit there. But then that's the move I've been trying to get. And there he doesn't charge up there, so I'm trying to get that hit. And I got too cocky there, but luckily I was able to get some hits. I want to switch. I'm feeling like I got to switch sides, but if they're in the middle, you're still kind of good. You just kind of if you're in the corner like that, you're kind of vulnerable to a big jump attack, that one there. And, you know, you got to stay up. Now, I do have the cling ability, so I should have been able to avoid that, but I didn't. I kind of panicked. I'm trying to jump around. We're going to get a heal in here. You can heal pretty safely up in the air most of the time. Alright, I'm starting to throw some more, I just remembered I got some other weapons, so I started to throw them out here in desperation, and that actually killed that guy, which was, you know, really nice for me. And then I really started panicking because he started using all the moves that I didn't want him to use, and I need that silk badly. So I'm starting to distance myself from him now. playing a little bit conservative, and there we go. I took him out. Alright, so if this video helped you guys, please like it, leave a silly comment for the algorithm, and don't subscribe to me.